Too good to be true? I'm Keaton Phillips with why MSU students are losing thousands of dollars thanks to this scam email.
It's the season, and I'm not talking about Christmas. I talked to John C. Lonsky to see how they're unpacking upcoming Christmas. More on Take 30 News.
All good things must come to an end. I'm Hannah Darden. For Miss MSU, her reign only lasts a year.
We have a warning tonight for Mississippi State students, faculty, and families.
Take 30's Keaton Phillips shows us a scam that's making the rounds. Unfortunately, some have fallen for it.
You may have gotten these emails before. They offer hundreds of dollars for little to no work. These emails have become much more common, and along with that, according to the university, more and more students are falling for them.
From some guy claiming he worked with an art exhibit and was willing to pay me $500 a week to go run errands.
This email was sent to several students, describing itself as a new on-campus employment scheme, promising up to $500 a week in exchange for mailing documents, shopping, and paying bills.
My initial thought was it was a scam. I did not think it was credible at all.
Some students don't realize that these types of emails are not real.
It's doing that in a way that generated an awful lot of belief. People believed that this was real.
I think the big issue for students is financial, and that's, it's not that they are, it's not that they lack the intelligence to realize that it's a scam. They need money.
So what happens to the students who follow through with this scam? First, the student will be mailed a cashier's check worth around $2,000. This check is fraudulent, but the student may not consider that. The student's first assignment will be to cash this check. So then, the scammer tells the student to quickly mail them back around $1,000. Once the student has mailed the scammer their money, the bank will soon realize that the cashier's check was fake, and the student will be on the hook for all the money they just mailed away. Even if you were not one of the students who fell victim to this scam, make sure you're being cautious when it comes to suspicious emails.
Always treat your email messages with a bit of caution. Okay, if you see an email that's offering something that's too good to be true, it probably is.
Some advice from the experts. If you see a suspicious link pop up in your email, look closely at the email address name. Hackers will often have addresses that look official but are one letter or character off. And if something seems fishy with the link, one of the best things you can do is just delete the email. Amber?
If you have any questions about a specific email that you receive, you can always ask the Career Center via email at career@msstate.edu.
Police say a local man intentionally struck someone with his car. That man is now facing a domestic violence aggravated assault charge. Starkville police say it happened on Sunday, September 9th on Reed Ridge Circle. 27-year-old Lashadas Harris of Starkville was charged with domestic violence aggravated assault. The victim was transported out of the area for further medical treatment. Harris was sent to the Oktibbeha County Jail. The Starkville Police Department also charged 2 Starkville men for breaking into cars. 34-year-old Matthew Williams and 28-year-old Edward Shields, both of Starkville, face 7 counts of commercial burglary and 3 counts of auto burglary. Police says all of these incidents occurred between May and September of 2018. Both men appeared in court last week, and anyone with any information into this or any other incident is asked to contact the Starkville Police Department or the Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers.
Bicycles aren't supposed to talk, but there's a new type of bike on campus that warns you if you touch it. Turns out you have to pay to use it using an app. My Take 30 colleague Bailey Pulliam shows us how it works.
On campus, there's now a new way to get to class in a quick and efficient manner.
Linebikes uses a smartphone app and GPS trackers to help people locate available bikes for people to use. People pay to use the bikes by linking a credit card to the app. Students and faculty members are eligible for a discounted rate. First, you need to download the Linebikes app from the App Store. Next, link your credit or debit card to the app so that transactions can be made through it. Once you do that, use the GPS tracker in the app to find a bike near you. Once you find a bike, scan the code behind the seat to unlock it. With the bike unlocked, you're free to ride. Once you've reached your destination, simply park the bike at a designated area and manually lock the back wheel. There are currently over 32 cities and 16 colleges and universities using Linebikes. However, the bikes have not gained traction here in Starkville yet. I sat out on the drill field for an hour and not once saw one person riding a Lime bike. I did see 4 bikes sitting outside of different buildings, and I spoke to a student who thinks that Lime bikes will become more popular.
I've seen a few. I feel like people are unsure about it right now, and that's why you don't see as many people riding it. But I feel like it will start to grow once more people understand. I think it's a good system to have now, and this, you don't have to keep up with it. You just leave it.
There are currently 250 Lime bikes at Mississippi State University.
Coming up, things aren't always as they seem. Why a text message has caused some to panic isn't what many thought it was. This is Take 30 News.
A baby's arrival can be one of the most exciting times in a family's life. It can also be one of the most anxious, especially if the child's development is hindered by medical challenges that create more questions than answers. At Mississippi State University, we're groundbreakers in the study of CHARGE syndrome, a genetic condition that leads to a host of life-threatening birth defects. Our research teams are uncovering breakthroughs in treatment and prevention with a goal of greater understanding that leads to better care. We're also providing crucial support resources for parents and helping physicians around the globe gain awareness so symptoms can be detected and addressed earlier. By engaging in this innovative analysis and therapy, we're not only improving outcomes, we're unlocking brighter futures.
Back, hundreds of colorful t-shirts hung on clotheslines out on the drill field this week to share a powerful message. This is the Clothesline Project, a campaign brought to Mississippi State to bring awareness and healing to victims of violence. Each color has a different meaning. For example, red, pink, and orange represent victims of rape or sexual assault, while white honors those who have lost their lives to violence. Students choose a t-shirt and design it to reflect their personal experiences or honor someone in their life. The shirts are then displayed on the clothesline. Dr. Gladney is the Assistant Director of Health Promotion and Wellness and said this campaign opens the public's eyes to violence and aims to make victims feel less alone.
You can literally see the types of violence that people have experienced, and it gives you a sense of comfort to know that you're not the only one, and people have experienced violence, different types of violence, but some of the violence that you may have experienced. So it's a time to just be able to bond and connect over something that's traumatic but can be brought into a more positive light in prevention.
For more information or counseling services, students can contact the MSU Health Promotion and Wellness Office at 662-325-2090.
If you haven't received this text, there's a good chance you will. It's unusual and has some people panicking, but is there a real reason to worry? Take 30's O'Malley Nobert shows us the message and what it really means.
Most people don't like replying to texts from unknown numbers. But many people have been receiving the exact same text message from many different numbers.
A large number of text messages has been sent around to people both young and old stating, "Someone complimented you," followed by a link. Many social media influencers have taken this as an opportunity to have something to talk about. Some have claimed that the link is connected to sex trafficking, and if clicked, it enables a tracker on your phone which gives someone the ability to find you. According to the company and Snopes.com, this is simply not true.
I wasn't really sure what it was. I was kind of confused, but I was like, what is this? So I clicked on the link and then it wouldn't load. So I was like, oh well, I'm not going to bother with it. So then I just got out of it and I was like, maybe some ad or something I accidentally signed up for.
In reality, once the link is clicked, it simply takes you to the App Store to an app called IRL, which stands for In Real Life. The company stated, "These claims are absolutely false. We have not had any reports of sex traffickers on our app or targeting our users. IRL is designed to allow communications only between people who know each other and have each other's phone numbers." IRL's purpose is to make it easy to send and receive invites to hang out with friends in person instead of online. Their mission is to solve technology addiction by bringing people together in real life. The only way you would be able to receive this link to your phone is if someone who has your contact information nominated you to download this app or invited you.
Fighting the flu. It's almost that time of year again, and unfortunately, the flu hits our area harder. Take 30's Amber Dodge shows us some tips to avoid getting sick this flu season.
College is a place that practices community, that has many different people, majors, and careers. But there's one that everyone gets so sick of, the common flu. The 2017 flu report from the Mississippi Health Department showed the flu outbreak that year was as high as since 2014 and doubled from 2016. By 2018, the highest reported flu outbreak were in Oktibbeha County, where students make up half of its 50,000 population and end up in the John C. Longus Student Health Center for aid. I talked with the center's nurse manager, Nancy Ball, about what makes flu season such a risky time for students.
Students are all in such close proximity in the classrooms and also the dorms, and it just spreads when you're packed into a room, and a couple of people are sick, it's easy to spread.
In campus's more populated areas, like Mitchell Memorial Library, you can find quick health tools like hand sanitizer dispensers to stop the spread of bacteria or germs, but there are more ways to stay healthy. Experts say wash your hands and dry them off, and make sure you throw the paper towel away. And also use disinfectant wipes on surfaces and areas you use regularly. And always keep disinfectants like hand sanitizer on you to disinfect anytime you can. The health center is meeting students halfway by hosting $25 flu shot clinics from the end of September through mid-October. It combats 4 different types of flu expected for the 2018-2019 season. This is Amber Dodd with Take 30 News.
$5 fee for the flu clinic with cash, credit, or debit card, or charge with your student account to pay later. Unpatriotic and failing to support those in uniform. Those words from Mississippi Public Safety Commissioner Marshall Fisher as the Nike and Colin Kaepernick controversy continues. In a statement to the Associated Press, the commissioner said state police will no longer purchase Nike gear. This comes after Nike's decision to use former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick in an ad campaign. Kaepernick began kneeling during the national anthem in 2016 to protest police brutality and social injustice. The Mississippi chapter of the ACLU and some Democrats are criticizing Fisher's decision.
In desperate need of donations, the Oktibbeha County Humane Society took to Twitter today saying that their dog food shelves are nearly empty. They're asking specifically for donations of Diamond Maintenance dog food. The brand can be purchased on Amazon.com or local farm and pet stores. Starkville Utilities says there will be a water service interruption. Water services west of Louisville Street, south of Lynn Lane, and north of Academy Road will be interrupted beginning mid-morning Thursday for approximately 2 hours. Up next, we say goodbye to one queen and prepare to crown a new one. That's after the break. You're watching Take 30 News.
It's been a pretty warm week across most of our area, but a cool down is in sight. The student meteorologist at MSU Campus Connect say we can expect highs in the upper 80s this weekend as we look into next week. The chances of rain will increase as well. For an updated weather forecast, you can always visit MSU Campus Connect at weather.msstate.edu.
It's almost time for Miss Brown to pass the crown, as we'll soon have a new Miss MSU. Take 30's Hannah Daughtery spoke with the outgoing Miss MSU and shared some lesser-known facts about the pageant.
That's right, and while one lucky woman will become Miss MSU tomorrow, another will have to pass the torch. Callie Brown is waving goodbye to her year as Miss MSU.
Miss MSU for 2018 is number 15, Callie Brown.
Callie Brown is the current Miss Mississippi State University until tomorrow night, and though the 10 participants are prepared for a beginning, Callie is reaching an end.
Miss MSU means everything to me. It was representing a university that has always meant so much in my heart. So to have that opportunity my senior year was such an honor. It's kind of bittersweet, but it's been such a wonderful year and I've enjoyed it so much. So I'm really looking forward to crowning the next winner and seeing what she does with her reign.
Callie has left her mark on the university, and those who work closely with her will remember her compassion long after she leaves.
Current Miss MSU, Callie Brown, is a fantastic young lady. She has got one of the most compassionate hearts I've ever seen and been able to experience. She loves to help people out in their times of need.
Embrace every moment. Take every opportunity that you are given to be in the community, to give back, to promote MSU, because it flies by, but it is truly the year of a lifetime.
The Miss MSU pageant has 4 categories: interview, on-stage question / evening gown, talent, and swimsuit. Each contestant is eager and anxious for not only the crown and title, but to follow in Callie's footsteps. Bailey?
Thank you, Hannah. The Miss Mississippi State University pageant will be hosted tomorrow night at 7 in the Bettersworth Auditorium in Lee Hall. Admission costs $10. Hurricane Florence has impacted thousands of families, including some of those from Mississippi State. The MSU Student Relief Fund is run by the Student Affairs Office and helps these students out. In the past, the organization, built by private gifts, has given students in crisis everything from financial aid to textbooks and clothing. If you want to find out how you can help MSU students affected by Hurricane Florence, you can visit the MSU Volunteer Center or call the annual giving office at 662-325-2466. We're going to take a short break. Take 30 News is next.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day, so that you can prepare for your day.
On Saturday night, Mississippi State honored former softball player Alex Wilcox during the halftime of the MSU-Louisiana game. Wilcox died in June after a battle with ovarian cancer. MSU officially retired her number 8 jersey, making her the first female student athlete in the school's history to have a jersey retired. The ceremony featured a video tribute while the crowd held up signs in support of Wilcox and others suffering from ovarian cancer. MSU running back Kylan Hill ran onto the field waving a teal flag that read, "No one fights alone." An on-campus memorial service followed the game on Sunday inside the Chapel of Memories. After a hard loss last week at Auburn, MSU soccer will take on South Carolina tonight here in Starkville. The game starts at 7 p.m. MSU soccer tweeted asking fans to come out tonight and to try to break the attendance record. This will be the team's second game against an SEC school this season. The Bulldogs will play Tennessee away before coming home next weekend to face the Florida Gators. The undefeated Bulldogs will be taking on the also undefeated Kentucky Wildcats in their first SEC game of the season. Kentucky star running back Benny Snell Jr. stated in an interview that he can run on anybody. Last year, the Bulldogs defeated Kentucky 45-7, only allowing Snell a total of 18 rushing yards the whole game. With the MSU defense ranking 8th overall, Kentucky's offense may have to work harder than they planned for. Coming up on Take 30 News, a community coffee date. Stay with us.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day.
It's a free walk down Starkville's memory lane, but that's if you can get in the door. Take 30's Brock St. Clair headed over to Oktibbeha County's only Heritage Museum to see why they're struggling to bring in new visitors.
The Oktibbeha County Heritage Museum has a way of blending into its surroundings. It's not loud. A small one-story building with a single colorful painting on the side to distinguish it from homes in a nearby neighborhood. It sits on a well-kept lawn called the Rain Garden, which touts art installations and a pavilion. In the past 5 or 6 years, despite rotating exhibits and even a free admission, the museum has had a lot of issue attracting new visitors. But despite that issue, the museum's humble appearance is the tip of an iceberg of Starkville history, which I'd always assumed only consists of football and that one Johnny Cash song.
Dedicating this is to 2 policemen down in Starkville, Mississippi.
Rather, held within is a treasure trove of Starkville history and stories, and I could not wait to explore the inside.
That is, if we could get inside.
For the last week or so, I've been in touch with 6 or 7 people who work at the Oktibbeha County Heritage Museum. Not a single one able to let us in. And even now, during their open hours, no one here to show us around. Which got me thinking, maybe it's not just the exhibits that are keeping visitors away. I reached out to Ray Slaughter, the head of the Heritage Museum Committee. He told me over the phone that the desk at the museum was entirely volunteer-run. Volunteers with families, jobs, and bills to pay. Open 3 days a week for 3 hours a day, Slaughter says the Heritage Museum could really use more volunteer workers to keep the doors open to more new visitors. But until then, we'll just have to keep admiring this little slice of history from afar. I'm Brock St. Clair reporting for Take 30 News.
Heritage Museum's posted hours says it's open Tuesday through Thursday from 1 to 4 p.m. The Veranda is hosting Coffee with a Cop tomorrow morning. The event is an opportunity for members of the community to meet local law enforcement in a casual environment over coffee. The event will be from 7 to 8:30 a.m. MSU sent out an email reminding students that it is against campusy policy and a serious offense to allow someone to use your MSU ID to get into events on campus. However, if you want to transfer your ticket to another student, you can do that with a transfer fee.
That may be all the time we have tonight, but do not forget that we have a football game against Kentucky at Kentucky. Next week, we do play Florida, so we'll see how that goes. I'm Amber Dodd.
And I'm Bailey Pulliam. This has been Take 30 News.